everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you're all doing well. So tonight I would like to make a Potucelope. Now, from what I gather, it's an origami sort of envelope container thing that has been made for ages. But I think it was Pink Oddbird that made one, and she called it a Potucelope because you can use it like a pocket or a tuck or an envelope. So, and I first saw it watching Wendy Mason make one. So this one's definitely inspired by Wendy. Thank you, Wendy. They are addictive. They're so easy to do. As long as you've got a square piece of paper, you're pretty well right. So I'll get on and do one of those and see how we go at embellishing it. So basically, you just fold it in half, corner to corner. Now, I don't think my papers are real even, but that's not going to matter too much. So I'll try and get it slightly even. Burnish the edge. I think that's the appropriate term. I am learning. All right, now the idea is to pull one corner down to the bottom there, but whenever I do it, I get it off center. So what I like to do is just fold it again like that and just squeeze there so I can find the center a bit easier. So now I can see that that's where the center is pretty well. And so I fold that corner down. I'm just going to turn my little camera thing, which I keep forgetting to do, and then I can see that I'm in frame. And just burnish that down like that. And then you grab this outside corner and just fold it even with this line here. So just make sure that I've got it where I want it. And then you do the same on the other side with this corner up to the top. Now I just unfold them, lift this flap up, put them back down like that, and then put that flap down like that, and there you've got your Potucelope. Now I think that you used to like fold that side down and then be able to open up like that and use it as a little container. But you could of course shut it and use it like an envelope. But I like to just leave them open like this, and I'm pretty sure that's what Wendy did as well. And you can like stick this whole lot down, but like Wendy again, I'm just going to stick it down a little bit here, because that way you can tuck things in this side, as well as in the envelope. And if you stick it into a journal page, you can also tuck things down here if you like. Now I also usually corner round, and I don't think I bought my corner rounder, so I'll just do the runner and grab it. Shan't be a moment. It's always something that we forget. So well organised. Alright, I've got that. Alright, sorry about that, guys. So yes, I'll just do, now I might do the big one like that. Just makes it a bit neater, I reckon. So I'll grab some glue. Just take the dried off bit off the top of my glue so it works. So I'm just going to stick a little bit just on the tip here, like that. Get the glue string off. And then I'll just press that down. There we go. Now just run something along there because there was a bit of glue string and I don't want that sticking. That should be alright. So they're so easy, and you can sit down. What happened to me is that I was cutting pages for my journal and I measured wrong and cut them the wrong size, so I ended up with a whole lot of these squares that were almost a perfect square. So I just trimmed a little bit off and thought, well, what better to do with them than make envelopes? And then I remembered Wendy's tutorial on these and thought I'd give it a go. Yes, and I've made a few now. So now, just thinking, I've got all these bits of cheesecloth that have been tea dyed and bits of lace. I think I've got them left over from my design team project where I coffee stained everything. So I might try and utilise some of that. And I have some vintage pictures in here that I've cut out. I'm pretty sure I cut most of them out of this the Last 2 Million Years book, so I've grabbed that out in case I need some more, because you get lots of the little pictures in there. So I'll see what I can find. Alright, now, I was meant to ink. I was telling myself this time ink before you stick it, because I've got a bad habit of sticking it and then going, oh, I wanted to ink that. But we are going to put embellishments probably over this bit, so it won't matter if I don't get the inking around that corner. So I'll try and do the rest though. Might use my vintage photo. So nice and warm today. I've been out weeding every day lately. Got my tomatoes planted out, and I've got one of those real little greenhouse. I had a big greenhouse set up out the back, and it blew over the fence. So I don't have that one anymore. I managed to get the all the shelving back, and I use that for plant shelves and that in my carport, but I invested in a small one which I've put in my carport, so it can't really blow over the fence from there. So I thought I'd put my tomatoes in a pot and put them in there, because we still get a few little frosts overnight. Now this is going to be tricky, but I'll just try and go down here a little bit. Now I just have to pull all the weeds out of my veggie patch so that I can plant some stuff in there when the frost is gone. Get that corner. That's looking a bit better. Alright. Now, I think I have some. Got all my scraps here. Oops, there go my stamps. So I don't think I'll use wallpaper scraps. Some ribbon scraps, some little paper scraps, some coloured paper scraps. I don't know if I'll use any of them either, so I'll take them out. I'm looking for some music paper. Got dictionary meanings. If I can't find music paper, I can just use something like that would be alright. I want it sort of vintage style, so nothing too white. That paper's quite nice. Let's buy some music paper in here. Alright, I reckon we might be able to do with that. Now, I also reckon I might do a little bit of stamping up the top. So I might do the stamping up the top first. Have a look what I've got these clocks. Might actually try and just do a little bit with that, because I haven't used those ones yet. I'll grab my walnut stain for this. I think these are, yeah, Kaiser Craft TikTok they're called. See if I can get them off the backing. I always hate taking them off the first time. That's so hard. I've seen someone with a little like spatula thing that's lifted them off quite easy. I might have to see if I can find out what that was and get one. Getting it there though. Alright, just thinking, don't think I have my stamp blocks because I'm so well prepared, but that's alright, I know what I can do. Now, I think there is an upside here, so I reckon if I do it, see what we can do. I don't care if it's perfect or not, I just want a bit of a background colour. So I'll just go over the whole lot like this. I might just fold this over like that. See how this turns out. Oh yeah, that's an awesome stamp. I really like that. I might get a bit just at the top of the, doesn't matter because I'm going to stick some stuff up there, but just a little bit of colour. That's a bit better. Right, now I do have, just got to wipe my stamp off. So it's been heaps of fun getting to know everyone with the 10 crafty questions. I hope it keeps going around a bit longer because I reckon there's a few of my faves that I haven't seen answer it yet. So I should have probably tagged a whole lot more, but I'm pretty sure on mine it said just tag 2. So I wasn't sure if I'd be able to find 2 to do it. So leave that to dry. I really like the way that looks actually. So next, let's have a look. I've got these. I made these a while ago, and they're out of the book that I just showed you, and backed onto your book paper. And then I had some, came out of a book I took apart. It's funny grey sort of paper, which I thought looked quite nice. And I reckon one of them, I reckon that one will look quite nice on this. And then have this stuff. And some cheesecloth. So, just thinking what I want to do. I'll just check out the music paper. Don't know if it needs more paper really, but no, don't like it with that, so I might just leave it like that. Of course, we don't want to stick anything down here that's going to close the little tuck spots there. But I reckon some cheesecloth behind it might be quite nice. See, this bit's looking alright. Love how you manipulate this stuff. It starts off as this tiny little thing and then it goes in all sorts of directions. Hanging down a bit like that. Then we might just cut the excess off afterwards, I reckon. So, just thinking, how do I want to do this? Might glue stick the cheesecloth down first. I want it coming out the bottom a bit, so I reckon a bit like that. Whack some glue onto him. I think he's inked enough around the edges. Yes, so I'm looking forward to op shopping. Hopefully I can go to one tomorrow, so got to do the food shopping with Mum tomorrow, so I think in the afternoon I might head off, check out 1 or 2 places. It's discount day at the Salvos, so I'd definitely like to go and check that out. Him down for a minute. I think I've got my little scissors, so I'll just use my huge ones. I'm just going to cut a bit of this off. Don't mind that little dangly bit, I'll just shorten it a tad, I think. Let's see how that goes. I've got some of this stuff. Just cut this apart. I've got heaps of this that come off of one of your tablecloths, and I've cut out all the circular pieces, and I've got heaps of this sort of mesh, so it's fun to break it all up and use it in different ways. And it goes so far if you just cut off little bits and stick them here and there. That's not too bad. I do like it, I reckon. Don't know whether I want it over the cheesecloth though. I'll have a think about that. Cut these bits off. Yes, I just saw that the naughty enabler Rusty Gold went to has a Kaiser Craft that opened up near him, so he went and bought a whole heap of stuff, and I was a bit jealous actually because I've never heard of a Kaiser Craft here, but apparently there's a few of them. They're not real close to me, but close enough. But then I looked online and saw that you can get like online deliveries, and you get free delivery if you spend over 60, so that's like a bit dangerous. But I do prefer to go to the op shops and spend most of my money there though, so. But it's always good to know if you can't find what craft items you want in the secondhand stores and that there's a few different places you can check between for the sales. Don't know if that one down the bottom is a bit much, I reckon, so I might leave him off for the moment. But I do quite like 1, 2, 3, and that's got 4 and that's got 4. Don't know if I want to put it over. We'll stick this one down. Now, I think I might use my smaller. See if I can get it going enough. I think I like it under the, no, maybe on top. Maybe I should trim it a bit more. That will solve that. Still feather it out a bit. Now I've got the other one that way. So yes, I've just printed out most of my digi kit for this month's design team project. That's going to be a heaps fun one. So I think I've just got to get one more page of it to print out, and then I will show everyone which kit I'm using. It's very pretty, the one for this month. I'll just wipe my glues down. Alright, now I reckon we need something to stop that top bit too. So I do have, I thought I had some other material here. Here we go. Got some of this. That's a nice little bit that I might be able to use. And then cut some of this off. Thought I'd try something vintage style. Need to practice all these different styles. My style is pretty eclectic, so it's hard to stick to sort of the one thing. Thinking something like that, which I don't mind. I might just trim this down a little bit. Fray it. Put that on there. Now again, I might use my stick glue. Just put that down. It's got a big blob there. Better. Put that on. I'll use my fabric glue to stick this piece on. I'll just frame those edges up a bit because I don't want it too neat. Might even trim the ones at the back there. Don't mind it though. More over there. There we go. I still could probably do with a bit more stamping and stuff, couldn't it? Just make sure these are lifting up. Yep. Just thinking of what else I've got that I might like to put on there. Let's see what stamps I have. Little scrolls and stuff. Let's bring the stamp bucket over and have a look. I've got my script stamp. Everyone always reverts to the script stamp. Now I see why. I don't know what these ones say. Life is beautiful. Oh, they say too much good stuff. Got music. Stick with that one as well. Yeah, might just stick with one of those. Alright, now I'll do the script. Oh, that's what I've got too after all that. Words. I tea-dyed this. I showed it in my last book haul. It was like a spelling list book from the 30s or 40s or something. And it didn't have a cover or anything. I think I've got more of it over here. I've got all sorts over here. Yeah, it was like this. And I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. But then because like people have been writing on it and everything. But then I thought, well, hang on. You can rip out the words and use the individual words. And it's quite easy to go through them because it's not like meanings. It's just the words. So let's have a look what we can find. Admiration. I find that hard to say. Admiralty. That sounds like him. So let's do that one. Just ripping it out. Just rip a bit of it out and then try and rip it out a bit better after. It's not too bad. Stick that up here or something. So I definitely want to stamp first. So I'll put that to the side. You can tell I haven't planned this very well. Alright. Now, because I haven't got my stamp pad, I will just make sure I think that's the right way. Just ink it up a little bit. A little blot. Just on there. I just want some little bits in the background. Try and get a little bit more just over this side. too bad. It will do. Next time I remember my stamp pads. Not that I would have done much better with them. Alright, now the word. Let's grab a little bit of this to go underneath it. I'll just fray it a bit. See how it fits on. Yeah, that's going to fit good, so I'll give that a bit of an inking. So quiet. Even my fridge is being quiet. I'm not used to it being this quiet in here. Alright. Oh, there goes the fridge. That's better. Just give that a bit of ink as well, brown it up. Yeah. I like it about there. So I reckon that's pretty cool. And practice some more and make a whole heap of them, I reckon. Trying to catch up on my ephemera making in between doing my journals that I'm doing at the moment. So I'll have 2 on the go now, so that'll keep me busy for this month. But yeah, so that's how I reckon Wendy did hers, something like this. But as I said, I'll share the links to her and Pink Oddbird's tutorials below. So if you haven't seen them, give them a go. They're so easy and they're really cool to embellish. And I've left the back like that because I probably will stick it in a journal. And if it doesn't fit on the page like that, I just turn it a bit and it fits like that. And you can still utilise the tuck spots in the envelope and everything. So I'll give you a bit of a better look. All right, enjoy everyone and take care. See you later.